Tim Lincecum gets the ball today with one thing on his mind: get the Giants back on track. The right-hander needs to salvage a win against the Pirates team that's been able to jump on the board early in each game of this series. Pittsburgh is in the middle of a tight NL Central race, and Lincecum needs to help the Giants keep pace in the West. It's Game 3 next.
Day baseball here at AT Park. This is the final game of this series and the final game of this homestand. This is Game 3, Giants-Pirates. Again, everybody, I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, this homestand has not been kind to the Giants. Needless to say, they've lost all 5 games, and they've done it in a number of different ways. But the one constant is they haven't hit, and they need to hit. And it would be nice maybe for some early runs for Tim Lincecum.
Well, it would be nice for runs at all, and it's kind of unusual to see a team go cold all together at the same time. And with the exception of Buster Posey, everybody seems to be scuffling a little bit. Now, they always say you can walk your way out of a slump as an individual player, and it's kind of true as a team. When you're not scoring any runs, you got to find different ways to get on base, and I think that's going to be the key today. They have to bunch their hits together. They've got to get the Rabbits on base. They have to set the table. And they need better at bats.
Yeah. All right. Should be fun. And the Giants will get on a plane and head to New York City after the game. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update. And we'll do all of that right after this.
and strikeouts for the second straight season and took home his second straight Cy Young award as well. All right, so the Giants need Timmy to be at his best this afternoon. They're going to need that offense to break out and salvage a win on this homestand. Kruk and Kipe will be back after these messages with lineups and first pitch. Stay with us.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box for the new jalapeno ranch or barbecue ultimate cheeseburgers at participating restaurants, and by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
Getting a look at North Beach this afternoon in the iconic Transamerica building. It's been a rough go for your San Francisco Giants. They've dropped 6 straight in all 5 games so far on this homestand. Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Amy Gutierrez, and of course Giants fans are frustrated, but no one is more frustrated than the Giants players themselves. They've been unable to scratch out runs, and they are scratching their heads at this offensive drought. They've got Tim Lincecum on the hill this afternoon, though. He's tasked with helping the Giants avoid the second sweep of this homestand. Now, one of his best career pitching performances came against the Pirates. We're going to take a look back at that right now. It's our AT&T U-verse rewind. July 27, 2009. He threw a complete game against the Bucks with a career-high 15 Ks. His performance landed him in Giants record books, tying Gaylord Perry for the second most punch-outs in a game in San Francisco history. He was 1 strikeout short of Jason Schmidt's mark of 16, set in 2006. Now, of course, 09 was a great year for Timmy. He led the National League in strikeouts for the second straight season, and he took home his second straight Cy Young award. So today, the Giants, they need Timmy to be at his best. They need that offense to break out. Kruk and Kipe, they're going to have the call, and after these messages, they're going to get you in with lineups and first pitch. So stay with us.
Dugout as we get ready for day baseball. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open daily. 68 degrees here at the yard. Winds at 9 miles per hour. Humidity at 71%. It is mostly sunny and a little hazy, and a good day to play too. And the lineup that Tim Lincecum will be facing, and it's Clint Hurdle's lineup, and it'll go like this. It'll be Harrison, Polanco, and McCutchen. Walker, the cleanup hitter, then Ike Davis hitting fifth. Travis Snyder last night, he had a 2-run home run. He's 3 straight games with home runs, so be careful with that guy. Mercer will hit seventh, and it's Stewart and Morton.
On the hill today for the Giants will be Tim Lincecum, the 2-time National League Cy Young Award winner, 4-time All-Star, taking the hill for the 22nd time this year. He is 9-7 with a 3.96 ERA. 114 strikeouts against 47 walks. You're going to get a fastball that's low 90s, a curveball, a slider, and a split. Lincecum against these Pirates lifetime, 2-4 with a 4.86 ERA. And what do you say we take a look at the defense playing behind Lincecum, starting in the Giants outfield from left to right. It'll be Morse, Blanco, and Pence. That's your outfield. Crawford and Sandoval. They'll be on the left side of the infield. Panic and Posey on the right side. And the Rook making his second career start. Andrew Susac will be in the squat, putting down the signs.
So Josh Harrison coming up to home plate.
Red hot Josh Harrison.
Yeah, he's been a pain. So here's Harrison. As Lincecum looks in, about to throw the first pitch to Andrew Susac, and it's a called strike. So we get started right on time. And on the ground to Sandoval. Sandoval to Posey, and that's how this game gets started.
Well, that's a good way to start, keeping Harrison off the base paths. And a nice crisp off-speed pitch that got the ball on the ground. That's the thing about Lincecum. Everything he throws can get ground balls. The knee-high location, that is very, very important.
Colbreth behind the plate. Siegel, Reynolds, and Knight from first to third, as here's the right fielder, Gregory Polanco.
You're going to see a low strike zone with Field and Colbreth in a very tight zone. That's kind of been the theme in this series with the Pirates. This is a crew that just doesn't have a lot of corners to their strike zone, and Colbreth is the same guy. He's definitely a hitter's umpire.
So they put all the guys together that have tight zones.
It kind of seems that way.
Morse did not get a good jump, so it's going to be left up to somebody else. And it's going to be nobody else. As Polanco's going to be aboard.
All right, time now for our Nissan keys to the game. Set the table. Giants have not been able to get the table setters on base to have a big inning. And that is something they need to improve upon, whether it be by walk or knock or get and drill, whatever. Get on base. Number 2, Lincecum, early zeros. You got a struggling offense out there. Putting some early zeros up, letting them relax. Always a very important thing to getting an offense turned around. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
So Polanco now with the ability to steal a bag as McCutchen stands in. And McCutchen trying to yank one out. And it's no balls and 1 strike. McCutchen is 1 for 7 in the series. That 1 base hit came last night where he went 1 for 4. And this is foul back, so Lincecum going right at him. Polanco actually looked like he was going to go, but then he quickly put on the brakes. Crawford and Panic up the middle at double play depth with Neil Walker on deck. Just underway here at AT&T Park. Nice day. And that pitch is high, 1 and 2.
One thing you do not want to do is make mistakes up with breaking balls to Andrew McCutchen. I mean, he's a good hitter, period. But boy, you make a mistake belt high and above, and he will make you pay. And usually he'll be some distance behind the hit.
And Polanco goes. He got a good jump. And this goes all the way to the backstop, so it'll be a stolen base.
Looking for a fastball, and this is a 2-seam fastball, and you can see the movement. And remember now, Susac is catching all these guys pretty much for the first time in a game. I mean, he may have had a little bit of action in spring training, but it's not the same. And with Lincecum, he gets so much movement off that 2-seam fastball at times, it can just slide completely across the plate, which is what that one did, and that surprised Susac.
And a bit of a hanger, and McCutchen fouls it out of play. Well, Polanco, we talked about his ability to steal a bag. You got to keep an eye on him. He might decide that he wants to try to steal third. And Lincecum now will chase him back.
Got to mix the looks. You give that runner at second.
So it's 3 and 2.
But that's a good 2-strike pitch right there. I mean, that's a breaking ball that you want a guy to chase. And he's missing down below the strike zone where guys will chase. Neil Walker getting ready on deck.
Got him.
And with an open first base, he went right back down again. And really, in Lincecum's mind, he's thinking, I really don't care if I walk him. This guy's too good. He did not give in to him, and McCutchen chases. Nice pitch. Absolutely right where he wanted it.
Walker hitting .282. 1 for 4 on Monday. Had a couple of hits last night. He's a tough out, and he's a good hitter from both sides of the plate. And he doesn't waste any time, and it's no balls and 1 strike. And I think Andrew Susac is getting a quick education when it comes to catching Tim Lincecum on game speed.
Now, Lincecum definitely the hardest guy in the Giants staff to catch, and a lot of it is because he's got great stuff, great movement, and a lot of it's unpredictable, which is never easy on a catcher. And right now, I mean, the 2-seam fastball is looking like a left-handed cutter, and lots of movement running away. It's flat, but it's running away from the lefty, and that's a good problem to have. But Susac will get tested today.
He's got a shot. His throw is in time. They got him. Quick recovery for Andrew Susac, and that's going to end the inning. The umpires are telling the Giants not to leave the field. And our Exmo is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
They're still holding. I think they're going to give a thumb up on this thing.
Thumb up meaning what?
That means they're going to contest it if that thumb goes up. And they're saying no, it was too close.
So that's how it'll end. It'll end on Susac throwing out Polanco at third. Now it's Pence, Crawford, and Posey coming up. Here's the Giants lineup, and it'll look like this: Pence, Crawford, and Buster Posey. And his numbers against the Pirates, pretty good. Sandoval, the cleanup hitter, then Morris, Panic, and Blanco. Susac will hit 8th, and Lincecum 9th.
On the hill today for the Pittsburgh Pirates will be the 30-year-old right-hander Charlie Morton, 6'5", 235-pounder. In his 6th year at the big league level, this is start number 22. He's 5-10 with a 3.40 ERA. Really hasn't gotten a lot of support. The numbers are solid. He's got more than a 2-to-1 strikeout walk ratio. And look at the hits allowed, 112, 132 innings. Those are good numbers. And how does he do it? Well, he's a sinker ball. You're going to see a low to mid-90s sink, big curveball, slider, changeup combination. And you're going to see that curveball a lot, but you're going to see the sinker a lot. When he's on, you'll see a lot of ground balls.
Pence looks at a strike. He's hitting .292. Hunter Pence 1 for 8 in the series, and he breaks his bat as this is flipped out to Jordy Mercer.
take a look at the Pirates defense playing behind Charlie Morton. Starting in their outfield from left to right, it'll be Snyder, McCutchen, and Polanco. The best arm in left was Snyder. Mercer and Harrison on the left side of the infield. Walker and Davis on the right side. And Chris Stewart, former Giant, our old pal. Chris Stewart, he'll be in the squad putting down the signs.
Cheaper by the dozen or what?
Hey, we got to get one of those. I'm sorry.
Oh, make me laugh. Here's Crawford. Crawford hitting in the second spot in this lineup. And he drives it into right field, a base hit. So that's good news for Brandon Crawford, and here's Buster Posey.
That's good news for Buster Posey because he gets to hit with Morton out of the stretch. Hadn't happened often this homestand where he's gone up there with people on base in front of him.
Buster Posey last night with 3 singles. Giants only had 6 hits as Crawford is chased back. Pablo Sandoval on deck. Crawford with a good lead. And Buster Posey takes a ball.
Hey, the gang's here.
He's still there. I don't know what to name.
And right down Van Ness, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Morton had a no decision against the Giants on May 6th. That was in Pittsburgh. Nice play by Stewart. 2 balls and 1 strike.
This season, if you're wondering how they pitch Buster Posey, 63% of what he sees is a fastball, 29% breaking balls, and 8% changeup. And he's hitting off the 320 off the changeups, which is a bit unusual. Normally, you would think that the fastball would be where Posey would have the highest batting average, hitting 288 against the fastball. But the changeup, I mean, he owns the changeup. And who does that?
Yeah, really. Two and 1 to Buster Posey. And it's 3 and 1 to Buster Posey.
Pounding the knees with Sink, trying to get that ground ball. When we first saw Charlie Morton, he was with the Atlanta Braves, and his fastball was straight as a string. Too hard, just didn't have a lot of movement. And the Pirates got a hold of him, and they changed him up a little bit, and he comes up with one of the best sinkers in the game.
He's got a good one.
And do 17 double plays, and that leads the league.
Crawford goes, and this is bounced towards the hole. Mercer's going to love it, but that's all they can do. And it'll be an infield hit for Buster Posey.
Yeah, he got the ground ball he's looking for. I think they said he leads the league in double plays. He's 3rd in the National League in double plays. But that one definitely had the C&I look all about it as it got past Harrison, who's got great range to his left. That's not an easy thing to do. But once it gets past Harrison, the 3rd baseman, and deep in the hole with Jordy Mercer, not a whole lot they could do.
So here's a Sandoval. Sandoval hitting .275, 12 home runs, 44 driven in. 2 for 3 on Monday, 0 for 4 last night. And for Sandoval, this is his most productive side of the plate.
Wow, that's a low strike. And right away, Bruce Bochy's barking.
Oh, my goodness.
And fielding Colbert. And would you bark if you were the manager?
Yeah, probably.
And if you're Charlie Morton, you're thinking, yeehaw, I want to go down low again. I'm getting low strikes. It's the one thing that the sinker ballers hope for when they're pitching is that they have an umpire that has a low strike zone. And when you're in the middle of a losing streak, you get a little sensitive if you're a manager.
Two balls and one strike.
Giants the longest losing streak in the major leagues right now with a 6-game losing streak. And have not won a game on this road in this homestand.
Two and one to Sandoval. Sandoval with a good swing and a foul back. 2-2.
That was the one. And elevated just a little bit. It doesn't have to elevate a whole lot for Sandoval. He likes that ball down. He's a natural low ball hitter from the left side.
Well, they've never lost a 6-game homestand ever in San Francisco. And Colbreth flinched.
And so did Pablo Sandoval.
The shoulders of Field and Colbreth came up about 3 inches.
I mean, this is strike 3. And Clint Hurdle wants to know where was that. There you see Sandoval taking a step back. He gets a reprieve.
Well, I wouldn't take it again. Be careful. So it's 3-2. See if Crawford and Posey take off. They might. And they do. And they're loaded. You know, if you think like Morton might be thinking, he can get out of this with a 1 pitch on a double play, so he doesn't have to challenge Sandoval.
You see him; he's already gotten 17 double plays on the year, so it's definitely within his skill set. Time right now is for our Togo's big play, the Togo's way. Last night, Michael Morris takes a breaking ball middle in and just launches it right into the stands, skimmed the top of the fence, home run number 15, and that was all the Giants would score.
Slowly hit. It's going to get one in, and they're going to stay loaded. And something Michael Morris doesn't get a lot of, he just got one, and that's an infield hit and an RBI. So the Giants are on the board.
Well, he gets the ground ball. He swings right over the top of it, and they had Harrison playing way deep at third. He knows Morris is not a fast runner, and he's going to have a chance to get at least one. By the way that he hit it, not very hard. They weren't going to get two. The Pirates now just trying to get the one, and Harrison cannot come up with it. So it's a base hit, an RBI, and the Giants have a chance to do lots of damage.
Here's Panic. And Panic takes a strike. Panic started on Monday and went 0 for 3. It was Dan Uggla who started yesterday. Cobra flinched again, and it's 1-1 strike.
Right now, Clint Hurdle, the skipper for the Pirates, is not a happy man. He's thinking he's getting completely torched in the strike zone. And again, they're working that inside corner with that front door sink, and they're not getting it. We talked about this strike zone being a tight one, and there's an example of it.
Two balls and a strike. Three balls and a strike.
Morton keeps going to that side of the plate. I got to believe there's a little bit of panic in the mind of Morton right now, not getting that pitch. That is a big part of his weaponry in trying to get lefties out. That front door sinker on the inside corner.
And the walk.
And the walk. And that's a beautiful thing.
Bruce Bochy might just tell you that every once in a while the ground attack will resurface.
It's in full bloom here.
Mr. Posey scores.
I mean, think about it. A clean single by Crawford to start things off here with nobody on and one out. Then an infield single from Posey, a walk to Sandoval, an infield single to Morris, now a walk.
Life is good.
Whatever it takes, indeed.
Here's Blanco. And a strike to Blanco, and it's 0-1. Sandoval, Morse, panic from first to third. Oh, 2. Well, if you're Blanco, you got to do one thing, and that's put the ball in play.
Blanco's not an easy guy to double up. He runs well. It really is a fly ball situation. The one thing you do not want to do is strike out, and that's exactly what Morton's pitching for right now. He may not have been pitching for it the first 2 pitches, but he's pitching for it now.
And a base hit. He nubs one over Mercer, and it's 3-0.
No chance for Morris to score from second. I mean, he had to make sure that ball was not going to get caught.
Put the ball in play.
Put the ball in play. Nice 2-strike at bat from Gregor Blanco.
This may have been right off the end.
A little bit of a hanger. It was up. He kind of still gets jammed with it, but he gets enough of it to get over the head. Over the head of Jordy Mercer. So Ray Searage, the pitching coach for the Pirates, is going to come out and try and calm the waters.
I haven't seen a whole lot of Ray Searage.
Hasn't been a need for him.
That's right.
The Giants have done something here in the first inning that they have not been able to do the whole homestand, and that's get the hometown crowd in it early.
Yeah, that and take a walk or two. So here's Andrew Susac, and the bases are loaded. Susac bounces one foul. He's 0 for 4 in the big leagues. He's got a chance to fill in a couple of different columns in the stat sheet.
Hits, RBIs, average,
home runs.
Why not? If you're going to wish big.
It's 0-1 to Susac. It's 0-2. Morse at third. Panic at second. Blanco at first.
There's the Susac family still looking for his first hit.
6 straight base runners for the Giants after Pence opened up the inning with a pop-up. And the 1-2. Nice play, Stewart. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So you'd think a catcher can't try to get out in front of a pitch like that without backhanding it. Watch this.
Yeah, it's perfect hand position. And that's a pretty nice lateral movement for a big, tall catcher. Normally you see a guy 5'9" making that type of move to his right. Chris Stewart, 6'4".
Got him. So Lincecum's going to hit with the bases loaded. And Lincecum on the year is 3 for 36. The no-hitter against the Padres, Lincecum had 2 hits that day. The 0-1. 0-2. And a breaking ball down and in for Morton now. This will be pitch number 33 coming up.
That's the bat breaker here. I mean, he's thinking he can get out of this inning right now. If Lincecum could put this ball in play and somehow get a hit, mentally it would crush him. Or walk.
Yeah, walk would be fine. You think Bruce Bochy cares how they score today?
No. And he will not apologize for it either.
Tapped. Harrison. Side retired. He didn't make it easy for him. Giants with a 3 spot. Second inning coming up. 3-0 Giants. True stories that happened in 1959. Willie McCovey, a gangly first baseman who was feasting on AAA pitching as a Pacific Coast League's leading hitter. Major League debut for the Giants, facing Robin Roberts, the future Hall of Famer. And what did Stretch do? He had 4 hits, including 2 triples. So that's July 30th. He made his major league debut at the end of July. How about that?
A McCovey sensation.
And he was Rookie of the Year.
He only played 52 games. That's how good he was.
My goodness. Here's Walker. Walker was at the plate when Polanco tried to get from second to third on a pitch in the dirt, and Susac threw him out. And a strike. Walker hitting .282. There's Stretch. He's in the booth right next to us. And he doesn't miss a game.
He does not. Good curveball from Linscomb.
July 30th.
Number 44 retired.
What did Jake Peavy say when he came over here? I think that one's taken.
Yeah, I think 44 is taken.
So Peavy went with 43.
He respectfully tipped his cap to the great Willie McCovey. Said he earned the right to have that thing hung up on the wall. There's Jake Peavy talking it over with Tim Hudson.
If you're a young pitcher, you got to sit right in between those two. Hit out into right center field. Blanco on the move. Blanco is going to play this one off the bottom of the wall. And Walker's going to end up at second base. Check in with Amy G.
All right, Dwayne, here's your good news update. Let's get the fans dialed in on Angel Pagan. Yesterday, he went through a full pregame workout. He hit BP, he took infield, and he ran the bases. He came out of it feeling really good. He's going to do the whole thing again today. If he feels good after today, he's going to actually play in a game tomorrow with the Giants rookie ball team down in Arizona. So good news for you, Dwayne, and the fans.
I love it. Amy is the good news person.
Let's go, Namer the Gamer.
Except when the check arrives.
she disappears.
I know, it's an old story. Here's Ike Davis. Davis takes wide, 1 ball and no strikes. Davis hitting .245, 7 home runs, 33 runs batted in. Out of play. I didn't think Walker's ball was going to go that far, so we may be seeing some carry today.
Yeah, that ball jumped. I agree. I think it surprised Gregor Blanco. We've seen carry in this ballpark this whole series with the Pirates. Last night, a couple of home runs to right field, 1 off the bat of Josh Harrison, a right-handed hitter. Very rare.
And that pitch is wide to Ike Davis, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the carry that we're talking about. I mean, it did look like you got both cheeks in there.
About halfway up the wall, up past the Visa sign in right center.
So it's 3-1 to Davis with Travis Snyder on deck. And a challenge, and it's now 3-2.
All right.
Is he psyched?
Well, they came all the way from Pittsburgh, maybe. And had a chance to catch a foul ball hit by a Pirate. That's pretty cool.
That's going to be foul, but Davis got a good chunk of it. Uh-oh. This guy's scuffling. He's going backwards.
He was stuck.
He's going backwards. He finally just said, "Heck with it, I'm out." Oh, my goodness.
He couldn't get the oars working.
The oars were stuck in cement. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, basically what that pitch tells you is do not throw it again. Like Davis had that one covered.
And he spoils that split. Here's the ball that goes in the water, and watch our guy with the sign. I'm going to get there. I'm not going anywhere. I'm moving backwards.
What?
And then he gave up the ship, and he lost the sign, and oh my goodness, a disaster.
That was a nautical disaster.
It's 3-2. And he walked him.
Well, Tuesday, August 12th is Jerry Garcia Tribute Night presented by McAfee. Your special event package will include a limited edition Jerry Garcia Giants themed t-shirt. I want to get that. And a game ticket to see the Giants take on the White Sox. A portion of the proceeds from every special event ticket benefit the Rex Foundation. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Snyder hitting .257. And that one goes through the legs, and Susak can't find it. Now he does.
Fastball kind of skims. And the way that Susak twisted his hand, he may have been crossed up. Because he did not get his hand in position in time with the fastball. And it looked to me like he was expecting something off speed.
Snyder hit a home run last night off of Hudson in the second inning.
Hudson didn't make many mistakes. I mean, every time he went out with a flat cut in on his hands at the belt. And that wasn't that bad of a pitch, but boom.
This is hit on the ground to Buster Posey. And Lincecum got a late break, so Buster's going to go to the bag himself.
Nice job,
so that'll score a run. It's 3-1, and moving to second base is Ike Davis.
There really is no excuse for a right-handed pitcher to ever be late in breaking at first base because their momentum is falling off towards the first base side. Now, if you're a lefty and you fall off towards the third base side, you got to regroup, get your momentum going to the first, and you're not going to get over there as quick. But if you look at the follow-through of Lincecum, I mean, he really has a lot of momentum going to that first base line.
Here's Mercer, who takes in tight 1-0.
And that would enable him to get a pretty good jump when balls are hit on the right side of the infield. Watch his whole body sort of fall towards first base. And here, I mean, he did not get a good jump.
It looked like, Mike, he was thinking about backing up.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Yeah. He may have thought that ball was going to get through.
Lincecum pitching for the strikeout, and that's probably his most comfortable mode. The strikeout mode. Good curveball.
Now the Giants are going to bring the infield not all the way in, but halfway. Ike Davis is the base runner at third. And he got him. I have a feeling that on this plane ride to New York City tonight, Mr. Susak is going to sleep pretty good.
Yeah, he's getting a workout, no doubt. I mean, that happens when you catch Lincecum. A lot of his specialty stuff, the downward snap that it has, they're going to be in the dirt. You're going to block a lot of balls when you catch Lincecum. And don't forget the unpredictable movement, especially with that two-seam fastball. Not a comfortable guy to catch when you have a runner at third base.
Here's Stewart. Stewart 269 on the year. He's got 5 runs batted in. And of course, he's caught a lot of games where the guy on the mound was Tim Lincecum.
Well, he's done most of his damage against lefties. He's hitting .478 against lefties, just .200 against righties.
See if Lincecum comes in or if he's going to go after Charlie Morton.
He will bunt too.
And he flips one in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing. There's 2 and 2.
And we'll see another one of those.
And he gets a piece behind Nick Leyva.
It's our ball babe today. Kelly Omo. Our ball babes today. Quite a story between these two as we celebrate Transplant Day today. These two ladies 25 years ago in the hospital as babies getting liver transplants, and here they are 25 years later living wonderful lives.
Tap foul. That is a great story.
Yeah, the parents of Kelly Omo and Jill Nolan, who's in first base, met in the hospital 25 years ago as their children were laying in their cribs and they were dying from liver disease. They had transplants, and 25 years later, here they are.
Ball babes.
Ball babes.
Come on.
So Kelly and Jill, glad to have you today. They're rookies.
Glad to be rooks. And the 2-2 to Stewart, and Stewart bounces it to Sandoval. Sandoval, a crow hop and a throw. Side retired. So Lincecum limits the damage. It's 3-1 Giants.
Prius. Oh yeah, it never gets old. I want to get that, I want to get that, I want to get that. And our 2 ball babes today we talked about, and the gamer babes are here in force. Yep, there was a bachelorette party, and of course we tip our cap to Alice Puccetti as she celebrates her 104th birthday, her first Giants game. The grandmother of Bree Farrow, who takes care of us here in the booth. So Alice, happy birthday. What took you so long?
Yeah, really. Here's Hunter Pence. Pence chops it to third, and it's foul. If you Watch Hunter Pence facing a sinker ball there. He's going to chop a lot of balls, and he's going to get some infield hits.
Very flat swing. And it really is what makes him unique, is he can keep that flat swing knee high or shoulder high. Good curveball, and that really surprised him. He was not looking for that kind of movement.
Two and two. This is game 6 of this homestand. And Hunter Pence is 2 for 21 on the homestand. And it's 3 and 2.
Think about Charlie Morton when we saw him earlier in Pittsburgh. When he gets into 3-2 counts, he didn't throw a lot away from the sinker. It was pretty much, here it comes. So you could look on it and really guess one pitch. But when you have that type of movement, it's so hard to elevate that sinker when you hit it. I mean, you can see why he throws a lot.
Tapped. Mercer. And they just got him. You better speed it up with Hunter Pence. And here's Crawford. I was talking to Bruce Bochy before the game, and he said what they wanted to try to do with Crawford is maybe open up his stance a little bit. They're looking at his stance being pretty close, and you can see it is a little bit more open.
When you open your stance like that, it's easier to get both eyes on the ball, and for some guys it gives them a better look.
Out to left for Snyder.
Plus, a lot of guys that have problems pulling off the ball, they'll start open so that by taking a step and closing their stride, it forces them to stay on the ball.
We saw it was probably not so much with current players, but maybe 5 years ago, and then go back to even 10. A lot of guys with the exaggerated open stance. You don't see it so much anymore, as Mercer's going to flag this one down and throw out Buster Posey, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the third. It's 3-1 Giants.
on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by North Lake Tahoe. Real summer, real close.
It's a 3-1 lead for the Giants, as it'll be the pitcher Charlie Morton to lead things off, followed by Josh Harrison and then Gregory Polanco, and there's a pitch in tight, 1 ball and no strikes. Charlie Morton on the year is 2 for 34.
Well, he's definitely in the take 1 strike mode, so there was the take 1 strike. Now he'll swing.
So that one got away from Lincecum. 2 balls and 1 strike. A little stressful second inning. A lot of pitches in that inning. So Lincecum now with 44. And it's 2-2. Out of play as Morton makes contact on the 2-2 pitch.
Having a high pitch count in 1 inning during an outing of Tim Lincecum, not unusual. But now this becomes a big pitch.
Yes, it does, especially with the top of the order on deck.
You get an inning where you start off with a pitcher. I mean, you can't be walking him, and that's a concern right now.
And that wasn't close.
Well, I mean, and I think the suggestion of the fastball there from Susac is one that you would normally give if you're a catcher. But what Susac maybe might not know is that fastball isn't always the pitch that Lincecum has the best command of. It's usually the slider, which is a pitch that we see called a lot on a 3-2 count with Lincecum. But not that time. He went with the fastball and he couldn't put it in the zone.
Here's Harrison, and Harrison takes a strike, so Lincecum out of the stretch with the first pitch breaking ball. Harrison bounced out to Sandoval to open up the ball game. And he drives this one into left field. He hits it well. Morris back, and he's done it again. He's had a home run in every game in this series, and this game is tied. So the walk to Morton does hurt. And you almost figured that it would.
Well, you got a hanging slider. And it's going to hurt, to tell you that Harrison is all about energy. And that's not only the 3 home runs that he's hit in this series, that's 4 straight games now where he has hit a home run. And for Harrison, that's 9 home runs on the year.
Here's Polanco. Polanco singled in the first inning.
A little hanger right out over the plate, and he backspins it right over the wall at about the 382 mark in left center. He's only 5'8". But he is not going to want to leave San Francisco, and that's a fact. Let's watch it from our splash cam. Ouch.
High to Polanco. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. So the Giants jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and you can wipe that out. It's 3-3. Two balls and 2 strikes.
Lincecum is not shaking off Susac. It's whatever he puts down, he's going with.
Morris out in left field, and Morris will put it away. 1 out.
Gorgeous day here at the yard. There is carry at the field, and we've seen evidence of it. And we just saw more with the home run off the bat of Josh Harrison.
Here's McCutchen. McCutchen struck out in the first. The on-deck hitter is Neil Walker.
Guys take away the gap in right center. You can see how Blanco and Hunter Pence have sort of bunched that gap.
McCutchen lifetime against Lincecum is 4 for 20. And the 2-1 pitch is outside, 3-1. You walk the pitcher, you ask for trouble, especially if it leads off an inning. And this is hit on the ground to Sandoval. And McCutchen retired.
He doesn't give you a lot of time, does he?
He does not.
Little breaking ball that gets a ground ball. And look at him go. And just about a stride short.
It means that you have no margin for error. So here's Walker. Walker doubled off the wall in center field to lead off the second. Sandoval is way off the line at third, and this is cued off the end of the bat past Nick Leyva, and it's 0-2.
Kelly Omo going over to making a play. A big kill. She gets it.
Picked out a little guy.
And there's Jill Nolan on the first base side, begging to get a play.
Yep. If not, she's going to take a bite out of that glove. Pitch is low and in, 1-2. Walker bounces this one to Panic, and that will end the inning. A walk and a home run ties the game, and in the bottom of the third, it'll be Sandoval to bat first.
Mendocino Redwood. Available exclusively at the Home Depot.
It's a 3-3 ball game here in the bottom of the third inning. And it'll be Sandoval, Morris, and Panik. Sandoval drew a walk in the first. And he shoots this one down the left field line for a base hit. And Sandoval will be aboard.
The approach that Sandoval had against Morton, you couldn't draw it up any better than that. The movement really runs hard away from a left-handed hitter if you're hitting off of Morton. It's his fastball, his base sinker, and it runs into a righty. And if you're a lefty, you try and go the opposite way with it. I mean, that's how you beat that pitch.
So here's Morris. And that pitch runs in tight.
15 home runs on the year. Red is fastballs. Blue is changeups. You see the green curveball. Last night he got a slider. So he hits just about everything.
And he taps this one foul.
You look at that chart and you couldn't say that he looks one way or the other. And that's important. You start to get a tendency that you're hitting more breaking balls out than fastballs out. Pitchers are going to theorize that you're looking breaking ball, and they'll throw you more fastballs, and vice versa. So when you're putting together a year, it's important that you spread it out, hit everything. An equal opportunity thumper.
And when we've seen him really swing the bat and look comfortable is when he takes a lot of balls to right field, both over the wall and balls that he'll hit between first and second. And that is a thing of beauty.
Perfectly placed. He's got 2 hits today. I'm not sure where it was in relationship to the sweet spot, but he will not give him back. Well, you can own a piece of Candlestick Park. The historic seats from the former home of the Giants and the Niners are on sale for $749 a pair. And for a limited time, fans can also purchase seats autographed by Candlestick Park legends. Options include Mays in Montana, Mays in McCovey, Montana and Dwight Clark, McCovey and Will Clark. For more information, go to sfgiants.com/candlestickmemories. And check it out.
So here's Panik. Panik drew a walk in the first inning. And he takes down low.
Think Joe Panik's pretty excited about this weekend?
Yes, I do believe he is.
Panik from New York, heading to the Big Apple for the first time as a big leaguer. And he's going to find out just what a pass list is all about when he gets to Citi Field.
As this ball carries out to McCutchen, Sandoval's going to tag. So Panik gives it a pretty good ride. And it's a productive out. And that'll bring up Gregor Blanco. There is some carry today.
That ball got halfway into the warning track.
So here's Blanco. Blanco blooped a single over the head of Jordy Mercer in the first inning. Sandoval at third. Morris at first.
Try and get something in the air deep enough to score that run. You got average speed at third with Sandoval. The best arm in left field for the Pirates, Travis Snyder.
And Sandoval bunts it off his foot. Or make that Blanco.
And that was just trying to bunt for a base hit. I mean, I don't believe that was a safety squeeze. Certainly was not a squeeze. I mean, that's the kind of play, though. If you're going to put that on yourself, you have to have some kind of a sign you're giving that runner at third base you're going to do it. You can't surprise him.
You got to give him a little bit of a heads up. You're right. Well, in a strikeout situation, it's likely Gregor Blanco is going to see that pitch again in this at bat.
Well, I don't think he's going to see a strike. I think he's going to see something down below the zone. And I agree with you. Pressure's on Chris Stewart here to try and block it. If you're going to throw a curveball here, and Charlie Morton's got a good one, he's going to try and bounce it on home plate.
And this gets away. No, it hit Blanco. There you go. And now Susak is going to get another crack at him.
Ball bounced up and hit him in the leg, I believe. Yeah, hit him in the left knee. So there's the bounce curveball, and that's a break, especially in an 0-2 count.
Well, now Susak's going to hit it. Same exact spot in the first inning, and Morton struck him out. The only difference now is the rook, Andrew Susak, has had a chance to see a number of pitches from Charlie Morton, and he's got an idea of how Morton's going to try to get him out. Susak is 0 for 5 in the big leagues. Sandoval, Morris, and Blanco are your base runners. And the family's still hanging in there.
Susak's
1 ball and no strikes.
Trying to give his family something to cheer about here. And about 41,000 of their closest friends here at AT&T. That's some concentration right there.
One to know. And a base hit to left field. It's going to knock in Sandoval, and that's Susak's first big league hit.
And that's going to give the Giants the lead. We're going to make that our forward right choice. And Andrew Susak, that's a great time to get your first big league knock. And look at the family. You think they're pumped up? You try and get a sinker baller to get it up, and that's exactly what he did. Ball mid-thigh out over the plate. Just a nice, clean stroke into left field. And Andrew Susak has a batting average, and that's our forward right choice.
And this is the reaction.
That's a great moment.
Yeah. So he does. He fills in the hit column and the RBI column. And now Lincecum can help himself here. There's only 1 out. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. On the ground, they'll try to turn it, and they will, and that'll end the inning. Giants on the board on the Susak RBI single, and the reaction from the Susak family is 4-3 San Francisco.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by the Solar Company. Not just any solar company. The Solar Company. Switch to solar and save.
Giants take the lead. It's 4-3. Andrew Susac, his first big league hit.
That's a good one, too.
Actually, he hit it too hard and allowed Morris to score from second.
Come on, kid. So for Lincecum, he'll be facing Davis, Snyder, and Mercer. So this will be an opportunity for Tim Lincecum to pick up a shutdown inning.
Charlie Morton woke up today. He didn't know that he was going to be joined at the hip with Andrew Susac the rest of his life. From now on, they'll ask Andrew Susac, who'd you get your first big league knockoff? Charlie Morton.
Here's Ike Davis. And Davis takes a strike.
That's good, trying to get a shutdown inning here. Team gave back the lead.
Overshift is on now for Davis, and he fouls it out of play. Nothing in two. Panic digs it out on the grass, and he'll throw out Davis. All right, let's check in with Amy G.
All right, Dwayne and Mike, if you were wondering if Brandon Crawford is a good guy, we've got evidence. He took some time out of his day to spend time with kids attending a Giants baseball camp this homestand. He hosted a Q&A. He told me that he was actually a little bit jealous of these kids because he never got a chance to talk to a big leaguer, so he wanted to give these kids that opportunity. He said a lot of intelligent questions were asked and then some easy to answer ones like, when's your birthday? He liked those the best. Way to go, Brandon Crawford, guys.
Oh, yeah. There's a dribbler foul. Snyder trying to hit one into the cove. That looked like a group that might ask fairly normal questions. It's the group right below that where you might get some that are funny, fun.
Entertaining.
Like, you know, what's your favorite food or movie, those type of things.
If you're going to drive across the country, what teammate do you want to go with?
And there's a base hit. So Snyder singles.
Which I think is a good question, by the way.
Log on to csnbayarea.com and decide the player of the game. The winner will be revealed during Giants postgame live. Follow the action on the diamond like never before with enhanced Bloomberg stats and more. Giants in-game live on csnbayarea.com. You can log on now and vote.
I think one of the most commonly asked questions for kids now to big leaguers is, what's your walk-up song?
I think a better question is, if you're going to drive across the country, which teammate would you not want to go with?
Yeah, get a little controversy going on that one.
I mean, see, you wouldn't have any problems with questions like that.
Why?
There's a pitch that's going to send Snyder into second base because you're pretty savvy as to how to get around. Like that would be if I asked you, which broadcaster of our crew would you not want to go cross country with?
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you think about it.
Amy G, because she's already married. You know? Yeah, that's a tough question. Think there's any energy in that group? Oh, yeah.
Hit very well to left. And it is gone. And just like that, the Pirates take the lead. Harrison, a 2-run home run in the third. And Mercer here, a home run here in the fourth. Wasn't meant to be easy today, folks.
Yeah, Giants have the bullpen starting to crank up. Juan Gutierrez, and let's take a look at what happened. It was a fastball that they set a target up on the outside corner, kind of comes across the plate middle in above the thigh. And for Jordy Mercer, that is the happy zone. Home run number 7 on the year. And when you play the Pirates, you expect to see home runs off the bat of McCutchen, Walker. You don't expect to see them off the bat of Harrison and Mercer. And watch where this one lands, right in the cup. Foom.
Well, for an opposing player's home run, that was quite entertaining.
She is not happy.
Hopefully she's fine. Don't get me wrong. She's trying to figure out how to make it look like it wasn't her fault. It's 1-0 to Stewart. Stewart said it hit me, and Bill in cold breath is saying no.
I think it scared her. Thought Hurdle going to come out and make a little bit of an argument. This will not change. Maybe killing time to see if it does hit him, though. I mean, it's a reviewable play. That's what he's doing. They're going to get a look. Fastball up and in. It's close. You really can't tell. You know, I miss the days of the manager came running out of the dugout, across the field, have this confrontation with an umpire. Now they just sort of leisurely stroll out there.
Yeah. Earl Weaver may not be in the Hall of Fame if it were like this. I'm saying this may have grazed this lady's chin. I think it did.
Yeah, it did. Poor thing. That's too bad. I hope she's all right.
I'm sure it frightened her. Here's the 1-1 to Stewart, and Stewart takes wide. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Didn't miss by much. It's tough. If you're sitting out in the left field bleachers, you got a lot of sun in your face. It's that time of day. Ushers take care to make sure she is all right.
And Lincecum issues a walk to Stewart. And that's it. I think Bruce Bochy's coming out.
Oh, it has to be. That's second trip.
Yes, it is. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back. Gutierrez in.
property of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Here at AT Park on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon, the Pirates have come back after trailing 3-0 in the first inning.
Juan Gutierrez, a new pitcher now for Bruce Bochy. 1-2 on the year with a 2.83 ERA. A nice season going. 49 base runners and 47 2/3. League hitting 230 against him, and that's an excellent number. 4-1 strikeout walk ratio. And very consistent with good stuff. You might see Charlie Morton bunt here with 1 out. Giants are going to expect it. Not a good hitter.
And he fouls this one back. Morton walked in the 3rd inning. And right after that, Josh Harrison hit his 3rd home run of the series, and he's had 1 now in the last 4 games for the Pirates. High, 1 ball and 1 strike. Sandoval way in at 3rd. And it's 1-2.
Well, the Gamer Babes from Lincoln are here.
They get dressed up. They got their hats.
You think there's any good attitude in that bunch?
Yeah, that's a good bunch. We might have to party with that group. Not that group.
Although, it's a pretty good group right there.
And Morton bunts it foul, so that's a strikeout. So here's Harrison. Harrison has bounced out and homered.
He's a great story this year. Made the National League All-Star team. And I mean, he's a super utility guy. As you mentioned, not a big guy in height, but you know, he's built. He's 5'8", over 200 pounds. Way off the plate.
Where's the pants? Kind of like you see where the guy's warm in the 30s.
Yeah, he's a throwback player. He's kind of the panda in Pittsburgh.
Hunter Pence coming in, slowing down, catching, side retired. Jordy Mercer, his 7th home run of the year, gives the Pirates the lead. Pence will lead it off.
Bochy on the Giants' tough stretch. He says, we've got to stay strong through this. I do. And just keep believing that you're going to come out of this. There's not a silver bullet for all this. There's not. And nobody is going to feel sorry for you. Slumps are part of the game. And boy, I tell you, it's hard for a manager to keep 25 guys positive. And that is one of his strengths, because this is the time, he doesn't chew on anybody. It's the time he pats them on the back, because he knows they're putting themselves through their own misery. He doesn't need to pile on. 5-4 Pirates. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Hunter Pence. Swinging at her first pitch, and just like that, the Giants get their leadoff hitter on base. First hit of the day for Hunter Pence. Now Brandon Crawford steps in. He's 1 for 2. He's the guy that got things going for the Giants with 1 out in the first inning. A nice clean single to right. He scored.
Giants now with 8 hits. So Pence with a leadoff single. All the hits in the game for the Giants have been singles. Thus the difference in the score. Morton at the belt. And Pence had a little bit of a lean, but he gets back. Buster Posey on deck. A 5-4 lead for the Pirates. Giants hitting here in the 4th inning. Pence goes, and it's a pitch out. And Stewart's throw is high, and it's knocked down by Mercer.
It's maddening for Clint Hurdle and any other manager that puts a pitch out on. You guess right. And Giants fans, remember, Chris Stewart's got a really good arm. Here he gets underneath it, throws one that sells, and if it was not an errant throw, he'd have been out. But as it is, Giants now get the runner in scoring position.
With a good rip.
He's on it.
1 ball and 1 strike.
See that foul ball go straight back. He's got you turned.
In tight to Crawford, and that was pitch number 63. And a curveball for a strike.
Nasty curveball. Well, you don't really ever think about that curveball. I mean, he steals a lot of strikes with it, because you're getting that at batter's box. You're thinking about sink.
Yep, a nice afternoon in the Cove. It's 2-2 to Crawford with good speed at second and Hunter Pence. And he got another curveball at 3-2.
That was not an easy take either. That was his shot to go out of the strike zone. And really, with an open base here and him being a sinker ball, I mean, he might do it again. But that is that big curveball. Job well done taking that one.
Three and two. And that's foul.
Tell you what, he's getting to that pitch.
He is. He likes this 2-spot in the lineup. Coming right on that inside sinker, or inside corner with that sinker. Fouled by about 6 feet.
Well, if he hits that fair, unfortunately, Davis will catch it. So it stays 3-2. And he walked him.
And like I say, I don't really think that Charlie Morton cares if he puts a force in order. See, that doesn't make sense with Posey coming up, but when he throws as many ground balls as he does, I just don't think he cares if he puts the force in order.
You saw Gomez in the bullpen getting loose. And again, Ray Searage coming out.
He's coming out right now to kill time as they get their bullpen going.
Buster this afternoon has picked up a base hit. He hit a ball in the hole that Mercer got to but could not throw him out. And then he bounced out sharply to the left of Mercer, who made a nice play as he spun around and threw Buster Posey out. One ball and no strikes.
At times he's really had some sling in his delivery, and because of that, he's been inconsistent to the strike zone.
Two and 0.
Another sling.
I mean, do you know you're doing it?
Yeah, and once it just takes a little bit of your arm to just kind of get lower than what its normal slot is, and all of a sudden you throw it across your body and you get sling. And yeah, you see it this time of year because arms are tired.
3-0.
And he cannot make the adjustment to get his arm back up high enough.
Pence at second, Crawford at first, and it's 3-1. Right at Harrison. So good at bat for Buster Posey.
He hits a bullet, and that's all you can do is hit it hard. Josh Harrison is starting to tick off the Giants fans, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
He is everywhere.
So here's Sandoval. Sandoval is walked and he's singled. Pence is at second. Crawford is at first. Michael Morris is on deck. Sandoval shoots it into the club level, third base side. Nice catch.
Sandoval with a real nice opposite field approach his last at bat. Good speed at second base with Hunter Pence. As we mentioned before, Snyder in left field has the best arm of any of the outfielders for the Pirates.
And Sandoval went after that high fastball and pulls it foul, so it's now 0-2. That's Jill making friends. It's 0-2.
You see Jinmar Gomez. He's ready to go. Ball in the dirt, nice take. Tell you that a big curveball is not an easy one to take. We saw Crawford do it in a 2-2 count. Here we see Sandoval do it in an 0-2 count. Morgan gets a lot of strikeouts from lefties on that pitch.
Sandoval stays alive. Pretty good battle right now between these two.
Oh, yeah. And he does the right thing. And she's hysterical. That's the funniest thing she's ever seen.
And another 1-2 pitch. And Sandoval pops it up. And Stewart puts it away.
So the long walk back to the dugout for Sandoval. And the Giants are going to leave it up to Michael Morse.
Well, you see Morris's first hit was a chopper. His second hit was one that barely made it over the infield. And second baseman Walker picked it up after it stopped rolling. 2 for 2. One ball and no strikes.
Well, he's had the magic one-do against Morton, no doubt. Those are 2 magic one-do hits.
And a flare to right. And coming in and making the catch is Polanco. And that's going to end the inning. We'll head to the 5th. 5-4 Pirates. San Francisco, and they'll be here August 15th, 16th, and 17th. And there are tickets remaining for the Fightin' Phils for all 3 games, including the Friday night 7:15 start Orange Friday. Visit sfgiants.com/tickets. Here's Polanco. It'll be Polanco, McCutchen, and Walker. Facing Juan Gutierrez here in the 5th. As Mark Gardner is walking down towards the bullpen. It means somebody's going to follow him.
It's like Javier Lopez is going to head down.
Probably an easier play for Crawford. And he will call off Sandoval, 1 out.
Now our gal that got hit in the chin, she was doing pretty well. Then one of the outfielders threw the ball back up there and kind of rattled her a little bit, but she seems to be okay. She's got a nice bag. I hope they at least refilled her beer for her.
Absolutely.
And they did, Ruben.
Who hit it? Mercer?
Yeah.
He had to fill it.
Yeah, he had about 6 of them.
Absolutely.
Gave her bed. She's not going to let that spoil her day at the yard.
Well, if that just nicked her chin, and we think it did, then she was lucky, because it could have been a lot worse.
And I don't know if she never saw it because of the sun that's in the face of all the folks in the bleachers.
Hence, we'll wait for this one to come down. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, guys, it's time for our fan photo contest. It's sponsored by AT&T. Now, forgive me, I'm going to go mama on fans for a second. When you submit your photos, you have to include your name and your hometown, or it will not get on the broadcast. You want to tweet it to hashtag CSNBA fan photo. Today's winner comes from Casey Bittner. She's from Salinas, California. She submitted a picture of what we believe to be her baby. It says biggest at SF Giants through thick and thin. We don't know what the biggest is, but we're going to assume the biggest fan.
Right.
Guys?
Yeah, okay, Amy, yeah. Well, you're a mom. You would know.
She would know.
Here's Walker. Walker takes low, 1 ball and no strikes.
If the inning gets to Ike Davis, you're going to see Javier Lopez. Good change up there in a 1-0 count.
And this pop-up is down the line at third, and 3 pop-ups in the inning and 7 pitches in the inning. And Panic Blanco and We'll have the game between the Giants and the Mets at 4 p.m. right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. That'll be game 1 of a 10-game road trip. You see 3 in Milwaukee and then 3 in Kansas City before the Giants come home. Here's Panic. Joe Panic. He's walked and he's hit a fly ball to deep center field. 1 ball and 1 strike. Charlie Morton much better out of the windup than in the stretch.
Oh, no doubt. That sling that he has in the stretch is really not that apparent in the windup. Except on that pitch right there.
Except on that one.
But he definitely has a better, more fluid motion out of the windup in the stretch.
Three and 1 to Panic with Gregor Blanco on deck.
But it has been a struggle for Charlie Morton.
And Panic is going to line this one right at Polanco.
It's kind of the groove that they're in. Saw it happen with Posey last inning, 2 on, nobody out, bullet to Harrison. Here Panic gets up, 9 shot caught. And that's what wears on you when you're in a slump. When you've lost 6 games in a row. Every time you hit the ball hard and it gets caught, you're thinking you are snake bit.
Here's Blanco. Blanco 1 for 1. He knocked in a run with a hit in the first, and then he was hit by a pitch in the third. And he's got a base hit. And that'll bring up Susac.
And the red alert now for the Pirates in their bullpen. Jared Hughes sitting down there. We go back to the 3rd inning. This is a big moment in Andrew Susac's life. Bases loaded, gets his first big league knock. And his family went crazy. And there's the reward. A souvenir he'll have the rest of his life.
Susac looking down at Tim Flannery. Tyler Colvin is on deck. So Blanco briefly gets the attention of Charlie Morton.
You see Jared Hughes.
Down and in for a ball, 1-0.
If you're wondering what kind of power Susac has, he had 10 home runs this year down at Fresno. In 68 games, he spent a little time on the DL. But he's got some pop in that bat.
Blanco with a good lead. He does not go. And there's a belt high strike to even the count. Morton a quick toss to first. Blanco does have 10 stolen bases. He's been thrown out 4 times. "5-4 Pirates here in the 5th. And it'll be Walker taking his time. Blanco moves in a scoring position, and Colvin will be the hitter. So here's Colvin. So Colvin hitting .225. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
Looking for something up. On a day like today where you've got carry in this ballpark, Colvin's got good power to take advantage of it.
And it gets away, and now Blanco is going to move to third.
That movement surprised Colvin. He was not looking for a curveball. And this breaks him down about mid-swing. So a wild pitch and a free 90. So now, hey, you're a wild pitch away from tying this game.
Well, the second time he saw it, he had a better idea. It's 1-2. Two and two.
Eddie Montague?
Is that where Eddie's at?
Here's the 2-2. And Colvin holds up. It's 3-2. Got him. Another in the inning. Sixth inning coming up. It remains 5-4 Pirates. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Javier Lopez, the new pitcher now for the Giants. 1-1 on the year with a 2.31 ERA. 10 strikeouts against 10 walks. And Bruce Bochy brought him in to face the left-handed hitting Ike Davis, and Clint Hurdle countered by putting in the right-handed hitting Gabby Sanchez. So here we go.
And the rules tell you that Lopez has to face this guy.
He's got to face one hitter.
Two balls, no strikes. Snyder on deck.
Giants fans trying to be patient. Not easy when your team has lost 6 in a row. And they have not won one game on this homestand. That gets a little tough if you're a Giants fan. But the cotton candy always tastes good no matter what the score. At least that's what they tell us.
Yeah, we don't do cotton candy up here.
No. That does not make its way into the booth ever.
And the walk. Lopez thought he might have had a strike, but not with Mr. Cold Breath. I didn't even like cotton candy when I was a kid.
I don't know. The very first time I tried cotton candy, it blew my mind. Disappeared. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Plus, it was blue food.
This guy's going to get after it. Here's
Pink
Snyder.
food.
Snyder tries to bunt and misses. Five-4 Pirates. We're in the 6th. Wide, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's going to last for about 2 innings.
Think so?
Yep.
I don't know. It just depends on who's eating it.
1 ball and 1 strike. There's the bunt. Right back to Lopez. He goes to Crawford, and Crawford dropped it, and everybody's safe. And Crawford, see if he gets up. It'll be a sacrifice.
Take a look at the throw from Lopez, and it's right there. It's got to be an error on Crawford. Thinking about getting this thing out and getting it to first base. Chance for a double play, and forgets one very important thing, and they do not get any out.
So it's just no sacrifice. They've changed it. It's just an error now on Crawford. So when it's time for a change, think speedy, oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and small experts. We are still here in the 6th inning as Gene Machi is now on to pitch.
49th time he's come into a ball game, 5-0 with a 1.62 ERA. For Machi, he'll pitch for this ground ball early and he'll pitch for the strikeout late. And the beautiful thing about his stuff, he's got a fastball that goes low to mid-90s, slider in the forkball. And a forkball can do both. I mean, it's not an easy pitch if he's throwing it good. It's usually got a pretty good downward bite and he can get a ground ball. So it's a swing and miss pitch, it's a ground ball pitch. It's his magic pitch. And he needs a little magic right now.
So we'll see what Mercer does with runners at first and second. And he bunts this one to Buster Posey, and Buster Posey will tag Mercer.
I find that play curious, given where they are in the lineup.
Now you've got Stewart coming up, and he's 0 for 1 with a walk.
Stewart has had problems hitting righties this year.
Well, maybe you see a squeeze.
Yeah, he's a good bunter. Average speed with Sanchez.
No balls and 1 strike.
Stewart trying to put the ball in play. Guys who not want to give up another run. Playing that infield in shallow. There you see the depth of the infield. Pedro Alvarez has come out on deck. If the Giants could get Stewart, they could do whatever they want with Alvarez. They could walk him and face Harrison.
In tight. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lopez started the inning, a walk and an error. Machi gets the out on a sacrifice bunt. Now it's 2-1 to Stewart. Three and 1. Well, this is the guy you want to get. You don't want to have to go after the next guy.
No, you're right. I mean, Alvarez has got lots and lots of power. And he's not in that lineup really not because of his bat, but because of his defense. It's not a situation where you have an open base. You want to get after Stewart.
And he walked him. And now they've got the runner picked off at second. Crawford gets the out there, and they got the runner at third, and they got the out there. Oh, I do not believe it. For all you little leaguers at home, if you're running the bases, do not do this. And watch Machi as he'll just flip it now. And that's it. That's how you start a double play. And that's how you get out of an inning. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Insurance Brokers, offering business and personal insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. Visit us at hefins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
It's still the Pirates 5 and the Giants 4. When it's time for a change, then Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Jared Hughes, the new pitcher now for Clint Hurdle's Pirates. 41st time that he has come in. 5-2 with a 1.88 ERA. 22 strikeouts, 11 walks, 37 hits. Has not been an easy guy to hit. And he's got a hard sinker. Low 90 sink with a slider changeup combo. I think this Pirates team has more sinkers on it than any other staff in the National League. Gabby Sanchez stays in the game. He's at first base.
Pence looks at a strike. Crawford to follow. 2 balls and a strike. I'm still perplexed as to how that inning ended.
Well, I think that Travis Snyder, who was at second base, thought that the bases were loaded.
Tap foul. Two and two. And now a full count.
I mean, ball 4 was issued to Chris Stewart. The ball comes back to Machi. He turns around and he sees Snyder just kind of walking over to third base as if the bases were loaded and he was going to advance for free.
This is tapped to Walker and Pence is thrown out.
All right, let's watch the way this ends, and this is a gift. Ball 4. All right, ball goes back. Now watch the second base runner. Snyder takes off and he's heading to third. Now Crawford runs him down, throws cross body to Machi, who flips it to the Panda, and that's it. That's a double play, and nobody scores. And that is a gift.
Wow.
And just a head spasm from Travis Snyder. Took his team right out of an inning.
Crawford looks at a strike.
It is Clint Hurdle's birthday today, the skipper for the Pirates. I'm not thinking he's feeling too good about the way things are going. However, he still has a 1-run lead. But the momentum may have just shifted in this game.
Slowly to Walker, and Walker will make the play. 2 outs. And here's Buster Posey. It's a good looking group here at the yard today. Posey is 1 for 3. One of the biggest outs in this game came in the 4th with Charlie Morton. First and second, nobody out, and he went to 3-0 on Posey. And on a 3-1 pitch, Buster Posey hit a bullet right at Harrison. Sandoval popped out. Morris hit a fly ball to right. That was it.
Wow, no strike.
One and two. Pablo Sandoval is on deck.
5 hits for the Pirates, but 2 have left the park, both with a runner on. Posey lines it to left, and he's hit 4 balls hard today, and he's got just 1 hit to show for it. 5-4. Here's our Toyota game summary, and it's a 5-4 lead for the Pirates. Charlie Morton, well, he worked his way through 95 pitches. Lincecum was taken out after 3 1/3. Harrison, oh yeah, he went big fly. So did Jordy Mercer, and Andrew Susak provided a thrill for us and for him and his family with his first big league hit and RBI. So we've got a pinch hitter. It's Martinez. And Martinez doesn't waste any time as he fouls it out of play. Michael Martinez hitting at 133.
Martinez, another one of those players that Pirates have a lot of that are so versatile. He can play anywhere. Such a need for multi-talented players now. They can play different positions. Baseball is never going to go back to smaller pitching staffs. Very common to see 12-man pitching staffs, and even this time of year, 13-man pitching staffs. As we're just getting into the dog days. And that's the case. I mean, you got to have bodies on your bench that can fill different roles.
Oh, 2 to Martinez. Look out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harrison to follow.
People ask all the time, how's the game evolved? Well, that's one way. You used to see 9, 10-man pitching staffs. You had a lot of extra guys on the bench. You'd have pinch hit specialists. You'd have guys who were stolen base specialists. You'd have defensive specialists. But now, I mean, you got to have guys that can do all those things. Manager's bench now is 5, sometimes 4 guys.
The panic. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, guys, I got a chance to witness a pretty special moment for Santiago Casilla today. He spent some time visiting with his first cousin over on the Pirate side, Francisco Liriano. The two grew up in the Dominican Republic together. They were 2 minutes from each other, they said. They could walk to each other's houses. Now, Casilla's dad is Liriano's mom's brother. That's how they are related. They said they were best friends, played ball together, went to school together. They did say they had 2 fights, and Casilla won both of them. Good job, Santiago, guys.
Wow. I wouldn't fight him.
No, I wouldn't fight either of them. Harrison takes a strike. He homered in the 3rd. I wouldn't get into a rock throwing fight with either of them either.
No, that would not be good.
Maybe middle of the winter in Wisconsin. Maybe snowballs that might take it.
Slushies.
That's a pretty good pitch right there, but not today. Crawford to his left. Well, he's hit every day of the week he's been to AT&T Park. Harrison has. That's off of Bumgarner. Almost hit one of the cars. This one went to right field, which not many do here in this park, but early in the game it did. And today, off of Lincecum, he got a bit of a hanger.
I mean, it started the day before he got here. He's got 4 games in a row where he's homered.
This is pulled down the ground, foul.
I mean, Harrison had 5 home runs on the year until 4 days ago. Now he's got 9.
He's on pace now for 20. By the way, if you think about Harrison, we're just talking about home runs. The Pirates will play 4 games in Arizona at Chase Field, which is a place where you can hit a few home runs. So he may not be done yet. They start that series tomorrow. One ball and 1 strike to Gregory Polanco. This is hit well to left. Morris on the track, and he makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. Sandoval, Morris, Panic, Blanco, Susac, all coming up. Pirates with a 1-run lead.
Good pitcher now for the Pirates. A hard throwing left-hander, Justin Wilson. And you see his numbers, 40 strikeouts in 39 innings. He will get a wild hair up his nose. That's 22 walks in 39 innings, but he has got a great fastball. It'll go mid to high 90s. He will sink it. He will cut it. He's got a curveball and a slider. And better against righties than lefties. Righties hitting 202s and lefties hitting 268 against him. Go figure.
Here's Sandoval. Sandoval fouls it out of play. 96 right out of the gate.
Just to introduce himself to Pablo Sandoval. Wilson, 6'2", 200-pounder out of Clovis. His second year at the big league level. Went to Buchanan High School in Clovis. Went to Fresno State. And was on that 2008 team for Fresno State that won the College World Series.
Oh, 2 to Sandoval. Sandoval hits one weakly to Sanchez at first. 1 out.
Well, Friday, August 15th is Filipino Heritage Night presented by AT&T. Your special event package will include access to the Filipino Heritage Night pregame party, a pair of limited edition Filipino Giants texting gloves, and a game ticket to see the Giants take on the Phillies. If you want to get the Filipino Heritage Night texting gloves, you need to purchase the special event ticket. Go to sfgiants.com/special events. Check it out.
Morris 2 for 3. And he takes a strike, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
You can see just watching his delivery and what the ball does as to why lefties hit him more than righties, because that ball's cutting in on righties. That same movement right there is movement is going to run away from lefties and get out towards the barrelhead. Here, if you're a right-handed hitter, especially if you're 6'5", like Michael Morris, it's going to be tough if he runs that cut on the inside corner to barrel it, especially at that velocity.
That pitch he tried to stay away, and he did. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Panic on deck. Two and 2.
Now he was trying to tie it up right there. And he let it fly. And that's what you like to see the big fella do. First fastball, getting it. Have at it.
So it goes to 3 and 2. This will take a base runner here any way they can.
Wilson humped up on that one, hit 98.
And the walk. So Panic's going to hit. Wilson coming in, had walked 22 in 39 innings. So it's not unusual for him to do that. Now it's up to Panic to put up a good at bat against a guy that throws very hard. blocked by Stewart. 1 ball and no strikes.
And remember, that ball's going to cut away from the left-handed hitter. If you have opposite field approach like Panic does, he hits a lot of balls to left field, especially off lefties. That cut fastball is going to feed that approach. Cut, look for that ball to go that way. And there's a nice hole on that side with Harrison, the third baseman, playing close to the bag.
Low strike.
Sergio Romo finishing off of his warm-up throws.
And they'll check on Morse. One ball and 1 strike. Panic bounces this one foul. Harrison guarding the line. It's 1-2.
Really haven't seen anything else but the fastball so far from Wilson.
Wide, 2-2.
And I guess if you're throwing 97-mile-an-hour cut, you really don't need anything else.
Susac waiting on the steps. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Panic flips one into center field, and guess what? He's got a base hit. A little bit of a thing out in the center field.
Hey, 2 strikes, he'll take it against that type of stuff. Come on. And another. You didn't really see any mistakes up throughout the whole matchup. And in that particular instance, in a 2-strike payoff pitch, he got a nice pitch to hit that was up. Now, granted, he didn't really square it up, but got the job done.
Juan Perez is going to run for Michael Morse, as Perez represents the tying run. Blanco's got 2 hits, and he was hit by a pitch. So here's Gregor Blanco. And he shoots one into right field, a base hit. And here comes Perez. This game is tied. Panic to third. He didn't hit it hard, but he didn't have to.
Kind of jams him, and he just fights out there through the hole on the right side of the infield. And with the speed of Juan Perez, an easy score as the Pirates are protecting the gap in Triple's alley. So not only does Perez score, but Panic gets to third base and sets it up here for Susac.
And they'll check on Blanco. Now the Giants have pretty good speed on the bases. It looked like Panic was running pretty well. Remember, he sprained that ankle in Philadelphia. Susak got a base hit in the third. He's 1 for 3.
Do not get picked off. He's on it. 97. Got what he was looking for. And what he's trying to do is get a fly ball deep enough to score. Panic from third base. And it doesn't have to go that deep, especially to center and right. The best throw again in left field was Snyder.
Walking Arias out of the dugout. He's on deck. Pitch is high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. The task at hand for Andrew Susak. Catch Lincecum today, and this will be his 4th at bat with a chance to drive in a run. And Blanco gets back.
Well, it's an easy way to stall for time, too, if you're Clint Hurdle. Just keep throwing over to first base.
Absolutely.
Janmar Gomez, the big right-hander, is up for the 2nd time this game. He's got the hats off sign from the bullpen coach. He's ready.
It's 1 and 2. Susak waiting. And it gets away. And here comes Panic, and he's going to score as Stewart throws it away, and the Giants take the lead. A good throw, and they got him.
They got him by 10 feet. Watch a belt-high fastball. This one cuts, hits low in the heel of the glove. Stewart comes up blindly, slides into it, makes a flip throw thinking he's got to be quick, and he throws way wide of Justin Wilson, and the Giants take the lead, and they're going to rule it a pass ball.
And that's the right call. So it's 2 and 2, and now Blanco at second. And he got him, threw it right by him. And here's Arias, and we'll see if Clint Hurdle counters. Arias on the first pitch rolls this one to Walker, and that's going to end the inning. Giants take the lead. Romo coming in. That's right. The historic seats from the former home of the Giants and 49ers are now on sale for $7.49 per pair, and for a limited time, fans can also purchase seats autographed by Candlestick Park legends. Some great combinations: Mays Montana, Mays McCovey, Montana Dwight Clark, McCovey Will Clark. You can see how that works. So go to sfgiants.com/Candlestick Memories. Sergio Romo is the new pitcher facing McCutchen.
Take a look at the numbers for Romo. He's got his ERA back in the 4s out of the 5s. Finding more consistency with his slider. They're not getting that front door slider. 2 types of fastball, changeup, and no-dot slider. That's what he's going to feature.
And McCutchen looks at a strike.
Juan Perez in left field. So the Giants set their defense. Meanwhile, out of the Cove, life is good.
Yep. I don't know. Somebody's going to have to fight over that one.
Yeah, that's not enough for 4 people. I'm afraid.
Either that, or somebody dropped that one and they snuck it back under.
Yeah, there is a minute and 30-second rule at our house when it comes to that.
2-2 to Sergio Romo, or make it Romo to McCutchen, and McCutchen not biting, so it's 3-2, and Romo really can't afford to walk McCutchen. And the payoff. Got him. Front doored him.
Remember, they front doored him down at the knees to start the at-bat, and they didn't get it. Look at the target right in the outside corner, and this thing kind of floats right in there at the belt on the inside corner. And this time, Colbert, the umpire, says, take a hike. And that's a big pitch.
That is.
McCutchen did not agree with that.
Here's Walker. Walker's 1 for 3. Walker 0 for 3 lifetime against Romo. Pitch is at the knee. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sandoval off the line at third. And that's hit out to Perez. And Perez will make the catch. 2 out.
Can of corn.
And here's Sanchez.
Janmar Gomez again. 3rd time he's gotten up. Looks like he's finally going to get in the game. He'll pitch the bottom of the 8th.
Sanchez waits, and a first pitch strike. Sanchez came in as a pinch hitter to face Javier Lopez, and he drew a walk.
Perfectly placed, no-dot slider. Throw it out there and then let it do its magic. Snapping away from the right-handed hitter. And now you could probably throw another one a little bit wider.
Blocked, 1-2. Romo rubs up the baseball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pretty funny, got to tell you.
It never gets old.
1-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 8th.
Won't matter himself. Go 0-2 to 3-2. That was Snyder. Lots of power on deck. So from Gabby Sanchez's perspective, that's pretty good at bat. He goes 0-2 to a walk, and he gets Snyder up.
FL jogging down to the bullpen. So here's Snyder. Snyder's 1 for 3. One ball and no strikes.
There's some serious activity in the Giants bullpen right now. Jeremy Affeldt up. I mean, he was cranking, trying to get loose.
And so is Casilla.
And Casilla has joined him.
Amazing what a walk will do.
Yeah, 1-run leads. They're a little fragile in a walk, and whether it comes in a no-out, 1-out, or 2-out situation, will definitely stress out a manager and a pitching coach. Not to mention 41,000 fans.
Blanco in the gap. Side retired. Hey, a ball in the gap that was caught. How about that? 6-5 Giants.
Woohoo! tomorrow. As he will talk about the game with Murph and Mac tomorrow morning on KNBR 680, the sports leader.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Maybe you will, and maybe you won't.
Maybe I'll be too busy on Fifth Avenue tomorrow. How about that?
Spending big league glue.
All right, we're there. So there's your new pitcher.
Janmar Gomez, 32nd time that he's coming in. 2-2 with a 3.56 ERA, 32 strikeouts against 15 walks in 48 innings. Got a low 90s fastball and a pretty good slider. I mean, that explains why he has the strikeouts that he has. And he also has a changeup.
Did you ever not want to do the morning show? How about the last week?
Yeah, it's been a little rough. Nah.
Well, the guys have been good.
Yeah, they've been great.
They've been fantastic. Here's the 0-1 to Pence, and Pence takes one inside.
But you can feel their impatience. I think they speak loudly for the Giants fans.
You can also feel that they care, too.
Indeed. That's why it's always interesting to do the show.
Here's the 1-1. And Pence hits one right at McCutchen, who barely has to move. One out.
I always thought that was the coolest thing when I was a kid. High fly ball. Outfielder didn't have to take a step.
Just stand right there and catch it.
Stand right there and just snag it. Napa Valley girls say number 8, they like his legs. Well, yeah. They're quick. They're fast. Isn't that what they're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. Constant motion.
That's what I'm going with.
Here's Crawford. Crawford 1 for 3.
That's a nice tight little slider right there.
Buster Posey on deck.
Gomez originally came to the big leagues with the Cleveland Indians. He's up and down for parts of 3 years before he joined the Pirates last year. And he's a swing guy. Long man, he can give you a spot start. And just like about everybody we've seen with the Pirates uniform on this series, he's got sink on the fastball.
Yep.
Call that a strike. That's what is drawing all the boos. Randy Crawford cannot believe it.
Well, he's getting all the boos from people along the third and first base line behind home plate.
That is not a happy face from Bruce Bochy.
3-1 or 2-2.
Big difference. There's one thing that Brandon Crawford cannot do. I mean, he cannot voice displeasure and run the risk of getting tossed out of this game. You just have to wear it.
And Crawford fights off a good pitch to see another one. Don't forget to check out Sportsnet Central tonight after Giants postgame live right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Inning 2.
And Gomez cannot believe it. Well, you can't have both, I guess.
Well, I do know this. It took something to take that pitch.
I know it was close. You know, and you think that same thought if you're the guy that threw the pitch, thinking, how can he take that pitch?
Absolutely. Outside corner to Buster Posey. He's hit the ball hard. 4 times. He's 1 for 4.
Saw the defense that the Pirates are employing against Posey. Pretty respectful defense, and it says that they think he can hit the ball over the field straight away.
Crawford's got 3 steals on the year. There you see Sandoval.
Back-to-back sinkers that Posey didn't like either one of them. No, we've seen it all day. I mean, we've seen some strikes called by Field and Colbert that we haven't seen called by any other umpire. I mean, we've seen some severely low strikes called.
So Gomez changed the sidelines. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Bottom line, if you're Posey in that box right now, you got to swing it.
Especially if it's down around the knees or even a little bit below the knees. And this is up the middle. Walker kicks it around, and everybody's safe.
He's going to defend, goes right back up the middle, and they give Walker an error on this. And I'm not really sure if that's the right call. Big back Posey is 4 at bats today. Hit the ball right in the screws all 4 times. Here he has no lower bodiness whatsoever. Hits it back up the middle, and that is really a tough error on a guy. I mean, that is not your normal play. That would have been a spectacular play had he come up with it. And I don't believe he deserves an error.
I think you're being very kind.
I'm not changing. I put down hit.
And I'm not going to be as kind. That's a terrible call.
It is a terrible call. Should be a hit.
So here's Sandoval. Sandoval takes wide. 1 ball and no strikes. I would assume that our PR department is working a little hard to get that changed. But right now you got to worry about Sandoval at the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Crawford and Posey aboard. And this is popped down the left field line. Harrison over, and he cannot get to it. It's a ball and a strike.
Nice play down there. All right, let's take another look at Buster's swing of the bat. That should have been a base hit in our eyes. It was ruled an error. Nevertheless, it puts 2 runners on with 1 out here for Pablo Sandoval.
High to Sandoval, 2-1. Juan Perez, who came in to run for Michael Morris in the 7th inning, then stayed in the game. He's on deck. The 2-1 to Sandoval. And Sandoval fouls it into the club line.
Got a man making a play there. Nice.
Hand it over.
Take over your girl. Let's go. Hand it over.
Hand it over. Well, wait a minute. You're going to hand it to his buddy?
I'm a little confused.
And it was intercepted.
I can't figure that out.
It's amazing what a baseball will do.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
I kind of remember those days. Two balls and 2 strikes. Sandoval, and he's got a base hit. And here comes Crawford. He is going to score, and the Giants lead 7-5. It's amazing the type of pitches that he can hit.
It really is. He always surprises with how low he can go and still get something out of it. And that's probably about 8 inches off the ground. And he just beat a fellow countryman.
It's been called a strike a few times.
No, you got to protect it.
So Clint Hurdle's coming out. We got a new pitcher, and the Giants have a 2-run lead. It's 7-5 here in the 8th. Some of the activity here at the ballpark today in front of a sellout crowd of over 42,000. Frieri now is facing Juan Perez with a run in and 2 runners aboard. And Perez is going to take a breaking ball down low. Joe Panik is on deck. This inning started with Pence hitting a fly ball to center field and then a walk.
You see the numbers for Frieri. 1-4 with 7.34 ERA.
And tight.
It's been kind of a roller coaster ride in the career of Frieri. He's always had good stuff. Angels got him from the Padres. He was their closer for a while, but he just didn't have the command. I mean, he's going to give you lots of movement, low to mid-90s with the velocity of the fastball, with a slider and a changeup. He's got strikeout stuff, but he just doesn't have great command with it.
3-0. Stewart has a word. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Giants have added 1 here in the 8th. And they're looking to add a little bit more. Some good live arm from Frieri. 3-1.
That has never been the problem. When he gets in the strike zone, I mean, he can be as nasty as anybody. I mean, he can close. He did it.
That's a souvenir just below us. Posey at second, Sandoval at first. Call back. This is the 6th day game today. So, probably getaway day for a lot of clubs. 3-2 pitch. Ball back. Perez, a couple of good rips. A lot of night games, though. 9 tonight. 3-2. And Perez pops it up. Unless this gets creative, and Walker makes the play.
Had a little personality.
It always does in that general area if the right fielder can't get to it.
So a nice comeback for Friere, who was down the count 3-0 to Perez to get the pop-up. And here's the pop-up dance, as my partner likes to call it. You could see Polanco, the right fielder, was calling it, but Walker stayed on the play and he wrestles her down. And he sweet spots it.
Panic had a big hit in the 7th. Takes that 94-mile-an-hour fastball wide. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a foul back. Pretty good rip by Panic. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He definitely looks like he feels like he belongs up here now. I mean, he's not tight anymore. He's getting good swings. Contact's louder. You got to believe you're supposed to be here if you're a young player. You cannot be timid.
Panic out of play down the left field line, so now it's 1-2. Very about to throw pitch number 12 in the inning. Panic waiting. And that breaking ball, it's a hard breaking ball. It's 2-2.
That's right, we wanted to put it. A little back foot action. Panic's still in that first year where you're learning stuff around the league. Everybody you face is new.
And he pokes at that to stay alive.
Good thing he did. That was strike 3.
Two and two. Got to play again.
Meanwhile, out of the McCovey Cove.
Let's see what's going on out there.
It's like the castaways from Gilligan's Island.
2 and 2. And he got him, and that'll end the inning. Giants add a run. We'll head to the ninth. It's 7-5 San Francisco.
By the way, Marianne, in case you were wondering.
I did.
Time now for our Honda player of the game, Andrew Susak, the rook, making his second start of the year. Comes up big out with the bat. The bases loaded. Got his first big league knock, his first big league RBI, and he lit the town of Roseville up. For that, he is our Honda player of the game.
Here's Casilla, and he throws a strike to Jordy Mercer. 7-5 Giants.
Numbers for Casilla, 36th time he's come in. He's got 7 saves. Excellent record, ERA. Well, not excellent record, but excellent ERA.
Just hit out to Blanco. Drifts back a bit. And here's Stewart.
Casilla rare in that he's a closer with 5 pitches. 2 types of fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. And he'll throw him.
And the former Giant, Chris Stewart, takes a strike. He's 0 for 1. He's walked a couple of times. Look out. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Look out indeed. No free passes. Not now. Not with a 2-run lead. Big pass from the walk.
One and 2. Pedro Alvarez is on deck. There's Alvarez. And that's wrapped into the gap. And Perez will indeed cut it off. But it does bring the tying run to the plate. Alvarez, lots and lots of power.
Oh, He's been the everyday guy at third base for a while, and now his defense is really struggling because of some throwing problems, and he's found his way onto the bench. But you have to respect that bat head. It's got TNT in it.
And you can see he's not afraid to swing for it either. It's no balls and 1 strike. This is the first time the Giants have seen Alvarez in this series. See at the belt, and the fastball is wide. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants, at least Crawford and Sandoval playing Alvarez to pull, and it's low. It's 2-1. Outfield bunching Alvarez. They give him the lines. Blanco playing Alvarez towards the gap in right center field. 2 balls and 1 strike. And it's skied to left for Perez. Perez is going to battle the elements, and he'll hang in there and put it away with 2 outs. And here's Harrison,
who has been the MVP for the Pirates in this series. He's homered in every game here at AT&T.
So he will step up with 2 outs and 1 on. And a swing and a miss at 96, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Stewart at second. See it? Now wants to talk to Susac.
Yeah, he's going to tell him exactly what he wants to do and exactly where he wants to throw it.
Outfield deep. No balls and a strike. On the ground, foul. And it's now 0-2.
96 again, and really ran that thing in on him. And for the first time in a long time, Giants fans on their feet. 2 strikes and 2 outs here in the 9th and a 2-run lead. Giants trying to end this 6-game slide.
Threw him a curveball, and it's 1-2.
A hanging curveball.
Got him. And that's the ball game. So the Giants avoid all those negative numbers that we've been hearing about. And they come back here on a Wednesday afternoon and they beat the Pirates. And a nice win. really nice swing.
Well, indeed, ding dong, the streak is dead, and a lot of contribution from the young players. It was Andrew Susak, who we thought was the player of the game. He came up with a big couple of knocks, or big knock that was instrumental to a big inning. Giants played better baseball today. They created opportunity, and that was the difference.
Final score: the Giants 7 and the Pirates 5. Eastern's Giants postgame live with interviews, and the wrap is coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio.